Greetings and welcome to Stunthangar Video Hangouts. My name is Charles Carter and I'll be your host this evening. I want to extend to you my gratitude for watching Stunthangar Video Hangouts. If you're watching this as a replay, I want you to know that I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please make a note of this so you can watch or be part of the live stream. Plus, we have an after party following the live stream, which is sometimes better than the live stream portion. You must be a registered Stunthangar Forum member to find the link to be part of the live stream and the following after party. Here at Stunthangar Video Hangouts, we talk about building and flying model airplanes, sport flying, competition flying, and what you've been doing lately. To join our conversation, if you are already a member of Stunthangar Forum, you can find the link if you scroll down to the section called At the Bench. Now, if you're not a member or if you're not logged into Stunthangar Forum, the At the Bench link will not appear. Now, if you're not a member, please register at stunthangar.com/SMF. That's stunthangar.com/SMF. That's Smart Men Flying. That's courtesy of Jeff Riley. You must place a space between your real first and last name when you register. You must also use a valid email address, or Sparky, the proprietor of Stunthangar, will not approve you. Now, if you're inclined to not come in but just enjoy watching us on YouTube, wonderful, fantastic. Please enter your questions or comments in the chat box over here, and I'll do my best to make your comments or questions a part of the show. And understand, sometimes I can't get a word in myself, so be patient, and I will ask our illustrious panel your question or state your comments. And by the way, you only can make comments or questions or ask your questions during a live stream. So like I said earlier, I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, if you find the Stunthangar Video Hangouts that I host or the many building videos, Saturday at John videos, the contest coverage that Sparky does on this platform, informative and enjoyable, please hit the thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, subscribe, and share the videos, comments on the videos. All these activities help the Stunthangar YouTube channel grow. Please consider joining Stunthangar's YouTube channel memberships, which start at just $4.99 a month, which is less than 17 cents a day. And by the way, I'm a member. I have the $4.99 come out of my own checking account, so I'm not asking you to do something I'm not doing myself. And this will provide support and help offset some of the expenses of running Stunthangar. And with your memberships, you'll get access to member-only videos. And once a month, Sparky has a question and answer show for members only. Now, you also can show your support by using the super chat. Right over here, there's a super chat underneath the chat box. And you can donate any amount you like. There's no subscription there. Just donate what you want. Only thing is you have to do that during a live stream. So come in during when I do the live stream, which is Monday and Friday, 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, make your donation. And if it's not convenient for you to watch the whole show, come back and watch the replay, which we have a lot of people do, watch the replay. Some people just do it in piecemeal. Now, this is Sparky's YouTube channel. I'm only in here twice a week. So if you want to get in touch with me, go to my YouTube channel, which is called Flying Control Line Stunt. That's Flying Control Line Stunt. And if you locate the 2019 AMA National Championship video, which is a video Sparky shot with his video camera of me flying his beautiful Junar XL. And I'll receive a notification and be able to respond to you quickly because that's my YouTube channel and this one isn't. I only come here to set the live stream, and I don't really come back in here except for maybe next Monday. I'll be back. So I want to thank you for your past, your present, and future support. You are making it happen. Please keep the conversations family room friendly. In other words, please don't use words or do things you wouldn't say or do around your own children or grandchildren. And without any further ado, I'm now going to post a link at Stunthangar Forum. And that's how you get into this Zoom meeting. I have people ask me often, how do I get in? And this is how you get in. You get in through the Stunthangar forum. I just posted the link. And let me send this here also as well. And I'm going to go to what I call the control panel, which is how I do the show and amongst my 3 monitors. So let me go to what I call the, let's see, I'm on my way there now. Let me know if my audio is okay. I didn't do a sound check, so hopefully I can see we're streaming. So let me know about that. If I need to, I'll readjust my microphone. So I'm on my way now to the control panel. And let me see what's going on here. Hope everybody had a good week heading into the weekend. Hopefully you have a chance to do some flying or work in your shop and tell us all about it. But hopefully you had a chance to fly this week. I did a little bit of flying today. I met Stuart Mossman, Carl Reed, Joe Mata, and myself. And it looks like we have 6 concurrent viewers. We have 4 likes at the moment. And let me do a little editing here real quick. And then we'll be cooking with gas. And let me see, let me fix this. And let's see here. Got this set up. All right, great. So now, all right, so now we are up and running. Looks like we have 7 concurrent viewers now, and there's no one in the chat box. There's no super chats yet, no new members yet. We're just getting started. So let's see here. I went flying with my P40 today, and unfortunately, with all the rain, where I normally fly was just overgrown. And I ended up flying inside a baseball diamond, which was a small, like softball, little league diamond. And I just felt so contained inside there. I just felt claustrophobic, so I didn't do very much flying. Hey, John Miller's in the house.
How you doing?
Doing well. How you doing, John?
Freezing.
Freezing. Well, I'm sorry, you're freezing, man. Well, at least you have some facial hair to help keep you warm.
Hey, what's that you got on your shoulder? That's a funny looking word.
This is a bearded dragon. His name is Coconut. My wife came in here and she put him on my shoulder, and so that's where he's been right now. He's checking me out. He's never seen me do this before, so he's a pretty cool dude.
I thought he was whispering in your ear, telling you how to do it.
He's probably telling me, "Don't say that, don't do that." No, oh man, you blew it. Let's see here. So, what you been up to?
Well, you'll notice behind me there's a plane missing.
Yeah, I see a couple of planes missing actually. I don't see the what's the one you say is like a toothpick? What's that? Which one's that one?
Oh, that's the Torino. It's over there in the corner.
Okay, all right, I see it now. And then what else is missing?
The little Raven, the little twin boomer.
Oh, okay.
And that's in the shop.
That's in the shop?
Yeah, it's getting ready to get set up to go outside as soon as it warms up.
Oh, very good.
It warmed up the other day, but the wind was blowing 45, 50 miles an hour, so I didn't want to try to fly it in that.
Yeah, especially when you haven't flown in such a long time. You don't want to have your hands full when you have a lot on your plate, just knocking off the rust, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, and that's why I'm not flying the SC-11 first off, you know.
Okay.
And it's been 6-7 years, I think, since I actually flew, and maybe more. I'm thinking of going back to maybe petition to go back to intermediate.
Yeah, we'll see how you feel, you know, because when I because you know, there was a period of like 25 years or more between the when I used to fly when I was a kid to when I flew again, you know, and but it came back to me pretty quickly. I mean, it was surprisingly, I mean, I started doing, you know, flying, I did loops and started flying upside down. I did lazy eights. That's all I knew when I was a kid. But squares, and you know, next thing I know, I'm like, wow, I can this is pretty cool. You know, I was like, I couldn't believe I left it behind. That's what most, you know, like I think I told you this many times. I just on just the rollout, just the plane rolling out. I was like, oh my goodness, how did this
Yeah.
ever get away from me? I know we moved, and there was no flying places where I moved to from where I used to fly, and then just dirt bikes and cars and just different things came into my life, and I just put it aside, and I just could not believe it because it's a unique
Well,
feeling, nothing like it.
I did the same thing. I got married, had started having kids. Things got hectic. I moved around a lot. Wound up in Alaska. You don't have a lot of people flying buddies up in Alaska, and besides, if you don't have skis and thermal gloves, why you don't get to fly.
Right.
That's not actually true. The summers in that part of Alaska were nice, but they're short, very short. And and then I got down to the lower 48 into Wisconsin, had but I was had a building a business and all of that kind of stuff. Eventually, though, I did get started back. I started back in radio control. I actually wound up helped found a RC club. Joined the couple, was on an RC show team. Was a RC instructor for the club. So and but then I happened to go down to Milwaukee where there was a really good hobby shop, and I stopped in there and I was, and guess what I saw? You had one. You had one, a tutor.
Oh yeah, yeah. I actually had the tutor too. I flew the
Oh,
tutor one at Brodax. That was John Wright. You know John Wright.
okay.
It was
Well,
John Wright's tutor.
that's a good flying little airplane, that
It
tutor
is.
was.
I was
I,
really impressed with it. It had a OS Max 35S, and I never had a 35S before, and I was taken by how nice of a stunt run that motor had. Of course,
oh,
John Wright is an engine guy anyway, so anything
oh
John
yeah.
Wright has,
He'll
it's
take
going.
3 engines and make 4 out of them.
Yeah, he's good with engines. So
Yeah.
let me just take a second to welcome a couple guys. Gary Sinclair, thank you so much for coming in.
I
And
get
Gary,
it.
I promise, Gary, I'm going to get back with you.
Okay.
I have been so crazy. I know I have not even responded, so apologize for not even replying to all these emails, but I will get back to you. And Jim Vornhall, thank you for coming in, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
And,
Hi.
Hi
and how are
guys.
you doing, Jim? I'm glad to see you. How are you doing?
I've been pretty good. I got pretty good report on last doctor or last doctor visit. My foot is infected, but it didn't get into the bone as of yet. And then the theory right now is just try to keep it from getting in the bone. If it gets into the bone, it gets pretty serious. But as of right now, it's just the wound is about the size of a quarter, and it is infected, but it'll be all right. And
Oh, that's good
yeah,
news.
it'll be good. Yeah,
I'm happy to see you. That's so encouraging. I got a call from Tom Luciano, and he was like telling me, "Hey, sorry about the airplane. It's not going to get to BSC because
yeah, yeah.
Jim Varnholt is not
Uh,
feeling good." And I'm like, "Well, I don't care about the plane. I care about Jim Varnholt, you know."
well, I felt terrible for Bob because he
Oh, I
left.
know you did.
Yeah, he left Pennsylvania and then he showed up here about midnight that night. And I tried to call him on his cell phone. He didn't hear the phone ring, I guess.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah,
showed up.
I know.
So we had a good night though. We talked till about 4 in the morning, and then he got a couple hours sleep, and then he headed on back to Pennsylvania. But
Yeah, I know.
yeah, that was the worst part. I just felt so
I
bad
bet.
for
But you can't.
Bob. Yeah,
This is beyond your control, though, and it's just really,
yeah,
really, really unfortunate timing.
yeah. It sure was.
Yeah, I
But
know.
the doctor scared me to death. She said if you go on that trip and you walk on that foot for 2 weeks, because we were planning on going to Tombstone and all around up there, and she said if you do that, she said, I'll guarantee you're going to have a foot operation, and if you have an operation, there's a good chance that it might not work. And so I said, well, I think I'll stay home.
Good, yeah, good choice. Good choice. Well, I'm glad to see you. Let me welcome some other people. And Stuart Morris, thank you for coming in, Stuart. I have a friend named Stuart Mossman, so that's where that comes from. So thanks for coming in, Stuart. And how are you doing?
Good.
All right. And we also have Howard Rush of the Jive Combat team in here.
They're great.
Hey, Howard, how you doing?
Okay.
All right, glad. Thanks, you guys, for coming in. And we have Brent Williams in the chat box. He says, John Miller, I now own Rogers full body electric Pathfinder. Woohoo!
Whoa, how's it fly for you?
Well, we'll wait for him to respond to that. And we have 14 viewers and 10 likes. So if you have not hit the like button, please smash that, and I appreciate that. Please consider joining our YouTube channel. It's only $4.99 a month, and it helps offset some of the expenses that run your Stunthangar. And
Say, Charles,
Yeah.
I haven't done that, and I wanted to, but I'm not sure. How do I get in there to join the $4.95 a month?
$4.99.
The
But how you
$4.99.
doing? Yeah, it's so funny. I think Sparky says $4.95. When I watch Sparky, he says $4.95, and I'm like, where is he getting $4.95? But it's $4.99.
Uh-huh.
And if you just come to the Stunthangar on YouTube and you're watching it,
Yeah,
below your screen, you'll see a blue button now. It says join now.
yeah.
And then you click on that, and then there's 3 tiers. The
Oh.
bottom tier is $4.99 a month.
Okay.
And we have another tier above that, and then there's the final tier. It's called the Big Tipper.
Mhm.
And, I think that's like $15 a month, the Big Tipper.
Okay.
But
Big
yeah,
tipper.
people just do something out of $4.99.
Yeah.
You can spend that at Starbucks.
Yeah, I wanted to do it. I just didn't know how to go about it. But now to explain it, I can get on there. So
Yeah, our viewers can see it. So if you see that blue button, just please touch that or hit that with your cursor.
mhm.
And then yeah, mine comes out at the end of every month. $4.99 comes out of my account. Mine happens, maybe it's because I joined on the end of the month over a year ago, or whatever. When Sparky started this, I think I was one of the first 2 or 3 people that joined up. I did it. So it's been, I don't know how long it's been. I don't even miss it, so it's just something that helps the channel. And if you want to support me, that helps me. I get a little bit of that too. I mean, trust me, we don't Sparky does not make a lot of money on this show, so he comes out of his pocket to compensate me, really, because this show is not generous. I take pride in what I'm doing, and I would like this show to be self-sufficient and then take care of it, but it doesn't. I hate that Sparky has to come out of his pocket to compensate me. But anyways, let me welcome Lynn Burrell. Hey, Lynn, how are you doing?
Good to see you.
Lynn's in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Doing well. I went
Good
flying
stuff.
today, and
Good stuff.
the rain is hopefully we're gonna see less and less rain. Oh, before the show, we had an earthquake. So
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
it was like 4.5. So
We got a thunderstorm going here.
oh wow, be safe. Yeah, weather can be something else.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to say goodbye to Coconut here. Just give me a second. Hear me passing to my wife. Just give me 1 second here. All right. Hey, Coconut. All right. And then where is-
So I wonder if that's a prelude to California dropping off into the ocean.
Let's hope not.
Close it.
I hope not too,
We don't want that to happen.
Yeah, the tornadoes are bad enough in the middle of the
Yeah.
states, by the sounds of it.
according to Al Gore, we should all be dead.
but
Uh-oh.
yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he
I know
predicted
it's freezing out here where I'm at.
Yeah, there you go.
It's that global warming. That's what makes you just don't realize it.
So Brent Williams responded. He said 9 inches of snow today. No flying for a bit yet. So I guess once the weather improves, he'll fly the electric Pathfinder. the full body electric Pathfinder.
Yeah, that's actually the Mark II profile with a full body. It has a straight wing. So yeah,
So is it true, Len, you're gonna be an electric flyer by spring?
he already is.
Oh, you're muted, Lynn.
You're muted, man.
Rendered.
I will try it out sometime in the spring if I can get the proper chargers and stuff. I don't have any of that yet. I'm still
Well, I've
working on
got
getting
one.
it.
I got one I can lend you. You might even give it to me. I'll see. I got to take a look and see what I got, but I got something. I'll
Yeah,
bring it in the next week or two to your place.
Well, we'll take a look at it anyway. I don't know anything about them, so I have to be careful what I do. I don't want to burn my house down.
Yeah, I'll show you how to use them.
I've got the batteries all on storage charge right now in bags in a steel cabinet. So
Yeah.
hopefully that's the way it should be.
Yep. That's what I do. I got them in
Okay.
steel ammo boxes.
Okay. So yeah, we'll give it a try. We'll see what happens. I've got so many airplanes on the go right now building that I can't. I'm sort of feeling like Philip Bailey. I got myself in deep. So I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna get out to the field or anything else. It's like there's just too many projects.
Trust me. Whose fault is that?
Well, a little bit
Isn't
of my
that
own.
self-inflicted? I've never seen somebody that's so
Well,
enthusiastic.
I also have a bunch of people who are my friends who don't want to build anything. So it's not all self-inflicted. But yeah, trying to keep everybody in airplanes is a tough game.
Hey, look at this. I even got the center sections.
Hey, make it big.
Good
One
for
second,
you.
Make it big. This
Oh,
is
that's
for which
awesome.
plane is this?
The twister.
All
That's
right,
awesome.
very, very
Good
nice.
job.
Getting
Good
there.
job, Stuart. Sand it out.
I'll finish her off hopefully in the next couple of days, and I'll come and see you about covering.
Okay, that's awesome.
Very, very good.
Yes,
Very
sir. We're all getting stuff there.
Yeah. So, Howard, have you been able to fly on Circle One, or the wind's been going the wrong direction, or the weather's
Not
bad?
lately. It's raining right now and cold. And has been.
Yeah. Well, I have to confess, a year or so ago, or even the last couple of years, I have been kind of smug when it comes to. I was always able to fly. Everyone's saying, "Oh, I'm waiting until April or May to fly," and people were saying it's snowing or it's below zero, and I was like, "Oh, I flew today."
Yeah.
Remember how smug I used to be?
Yes.
Well,
we do.
it's been terrible out here. I was looking at I think I have like 20 flights this year. And normally it would probably have 100,
So you're 20 ahead of me.
Yeah, but still, that is so small compared to what I normally would have. But the weather's been so bad. So, anyways, I just want to apologize for being so smug all those years during this time of the year.
Hey, I started flying when I started my flying career in California. I grew up there, so yeah, I know the feeling we get. You go fly anytime you want, any day of the week, and you just don't understand it when somebody, well, I got 6.5 foot of snow this morning, what's that? Snow? I never heard of it before.
Yeah, so it's let me welcome Gordon Delaney. Hey, Gordon, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, Gordy.
I wanted to show Curtis's airplane to you before he leaves.
Okay, yeah, make you big. I see him holding the plane
It's a
there.
Chief.
Very nice.
Oh, look at
Sure.
that.
There it is. Bring it
Oh,
closer.
that looks very nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very nicely
Got
done.
a Rodak 40 in it,
Yeah.
covered with red silk.
Oh, good.
Ooh,
Wow, it's red silk, huh?
That's
Wow.
the real deal.
36, 37 ounces. Yeah, it weighs like 36 or 37 ounces.
wow.
Oh no.
Well, wow, with the
That'll
Brodak
ruin
40,
the
it
poor
weighs
boy.
36, 37 ounces.
Now, I built a spinner nut for him because didn't have one to fit that spinner. So he's good to go now.
That's awesome.
But all we need is to get rid of a bunch of snow.
I didn't quite get his name. What's the gentleman's name?
What's that?
The gentleman's name is who built the chief.
Slams, I'm sorry. This is Brent's older brother.
Oh, Brent's older brother. Hey, I met him at the Las Vegas Stunt Challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't see your head, but
I was there.
there we go.
you
Yeah, yeah, there we go. Thank you.
There's
Yeah,
Curtis.
great. Great, that's awesome. You did a great job, man. Looks great.
Yep. Looks awesome.
Now the chief is classic legal.
Yes, it is classic.
For
If
sure.
not old time,
It's old time too.
It's not old time legal, but it's classic legal.
not old time.
That's
Wow,
awesome.
very nice. Wow, you
The Pollywog wing, yeah.
should bring that out to Las Vegas.
590 square inches.
So, Curtis, tell me, what is the finish? So it's silk on the wing, and what's on the fuselage and tail section?
Well, the fuselage is a light gray with the black
That paint?
panel, and the wing is red silk.
So the fuselage is silk spanned as well, or is it paint?
No, it's painted.
Okay. Very good, Curtis. Looks good.
I built one of those way back in '84.
I didn't think he was that old, man.
Yeah, I was building in '84. I built a Chief in '84 and it flew pretty darn good. I had it for a lot of years. It was a good airplane.
Talking.
Had a Fox 35 in mine and I had lots of power, no problem.
Yep.
Yeah, so that Brodak 40 should be just about perfect.
Yeah,
Oh,
it should be.
that's going to be a powerhouse.
Oh, yeah.
Work with props to get to slow down.
Now, before George Aldridge designed the Nova, I was reading that he actually was flying the Chief. That's what I remember reading that in an article about the Nobler.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
Wow.
Peterson had one also.
Was it yellow?
Pete's was yellow. Polyspan dyed yellow. And what was the fuselage? It was white, blue. Oh yeah, the fuselage was blue, and the wings were yellow.
No.
Guess
Very good.
burn my yellow.
What color was the fuselage?
It was blue.
Yeah, same as mine. That's what mine was. Yellow wings and a blue fuselage.
Yeah.
Looked like a PT-19.
Yep.
That is very neat. That is very nice.
That's
Can you
why.
show us the underside of it, Curtis? And maybe we can see the cowl and the landing gear. Oh, very nice.
The hell happened?
Oh, that's really sharp.
Very nice. And what prop is that? Is that a
The Brodak prop.
the Brodak prop? All right, very cool.
This is RSM prop.
RSM, okay.
So
What size prop are you using?
Well, this is a 10.6, but I need to change it to something like a 10.4.
Okay.
As
Mhm.
far as the plane is with a 10.6, it's going to be fast as my combat planes.
It'll go pretty quick.
Yep.
Very nice. That looks really good. Did a good
It
job.
does. It looks sharp.
Yeah, there's
That
getting ready.
wing is really shiny. That wing is glistening.
Yep, it's very nice.
Yeah.
I thought it took a lot of paint to fill the actual silk. I'm surprised the plane came out so light.
Yeah. How many coats are on that?
I think 6.
Okay. And no filler coats or anything like that, just straight clear dope?
Yep.
That's beautiful. Really nice.
Then it's got a coat of automotive clear coat over it.
Mm.
Okay. Nice. That looks really nice.
Yeah, now we got to get Curtis out there flying.
Yeah,
bet.
Curtis, you gotta go out there and fly. You gotta
Yep.
beat up on your brother Brent, if it's possible.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yes, I will amen that.
Yep. Well, anyway, he was getting ready to leave and I wanted to make sure you guys saw this before he got out the door.
Thank you. I
Hmm.
appreciate
Yeah, it's
that,
very
Gordon.
nice.
And
Yeah, nice.
thank you, Curtis, for showing us your plane.
Nice playing, Curtis. Good luck.
Let's see, Brent. See you, Mark.
Hey, Gordon,
Yes, sir.
where do you find that automotive clear at? You get it, can you just get it at auto store?
Yeah, just go to the automotive supply store. It's we use some of Roger Kramer's. I think it was $75 a quart, but
Yeah,
it's a two-part mix.
yeah. Years ago, I used to always, that's all I ever painted with was acrylic lacquer automotive.
Yep.
And it was-
They don't, yeah, it's hard to get acrylic lacquer anymore.
Yeah.
I like,
Oh, I'll tell you, you can't beat it. I mean, you can get a beautiful finish, but not a lot of work.
yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I know it's illegal to sell it in Indiana. I don't know if others, and I know California, I don't think you can buy it.
I don't think you get it in California anymore either.
Yeah,
They,
yeah.
you can buy it here, but so few people use it that there's only one store that has it, and they just have a little bit of it.
Really? Mhm. Yeah, it's, did you guys ever try to use that Duplicolor? You can get that at O'Reilly Auto Parts. I used it one time, it worked pretty good.
I've never tried that.
It wasn't bad. It worked not like automotive lacquer. It's expensive too. A quart of that color is like $35 at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Yeah. So
Hey, Gordy,
I'm here, John.
did you get your engine transplant on your Tony?
I haven't got the engine yet.
Oh, never mind.
I was busy.
Looks like Jim Hoffman's making his way in here. Hey, Jim Hoffman, thank you for coming in.
Hiya,
Hi, Jimmy.
can you hear me?
Hi,
Yeah.
Jim.
I can hear you. Thanks for coming in, Jim. Appreciate it. I have a question in the chat box. Let me address this. This is from N7118X. Because what do I need to do so I can speak as well as just type comments? If you want to get inside here, N7118X, you need to join Stunthangar forum, and it's really simple. You just need to register when you come into Stunthangar forum with your real first and last name. There needs to be a space, however, and a valid email address. And then Sparky will approve you. Now, unfortunately, I woke up Sparky because I had an issue getting the show started tonight, and I woke him up. So Sparky won't be able to approve you tonight, but he'll get around to it. He's spinning a lot of plates. Just moved back to St. Louis, Missouri, and getting the shop situated and stuff. But that's how you have to be a member of the forum. That's just to control the and keep the trolls out. Now, with your number N7118X, I don't know who you are. So if you want to even explain who you are, if someone can vouch for you, I can maybe get you in. If either someone on our panel knows you or if I know you, there's another way I can get you in. But ordinarily, you come in through the forum. Hey, Carl, thanks for coming in, Carl.
Hey, Carl.
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 Hey, Carl had a really great experience. I think maybe some of you can appreciate it. He actually had his grandson, Sawyer, out with him today, and his grandson was flying the plane by himself for a little bit.
Awesome.
Mhm.
That is a great experience.
Yeah.
Your audio is not coming across. You're not muted, but for some reason, it's not coming in, Carl. No. I know, technology, I know. Okay, and 711-8X says, I'm already a member of Stunthangar Forum. Great. All right, so all you gotta do is when you come into the forum, make sure you're logged in. If you're logged in, you'll see your name when you come into the forum, right? And then scroll down to at the bench, which is just below or right below in memory of our friends. You'll see a thread there with today's, Lyle Spiegel. Yes. Anybody know him? But anyways, you're a member of the forum. So just come on into stunthanger.com/SMF and then locate at the bench. And underneath at the bench, which is below in memory of our friends, you'll see a thread with today's date. It'll say Stunthangar Video Hangouts, Friday, 03/31/2023. And click on that. And then below that will be a link, and then that'll bring you in. And when you come in, you want to give us permission for your microphone and for your camera. And then you'll be able to speak to us, and we'll be able to see you as well as you see us. Hopefully you do that. It'd be great, Lyle. And let me welcome Mark Wise. Hey, Mark, how you doing?
I'm Mark.
Hi, guys.
Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Canada.
Yeah, we're still here, kind of.
Very good. And Dennis Adamiston
Hey,
is
Charles.
making his way in here. Hey, Dennis. Hey, good to see you, Dennis.
Yeah.
It seems like forever since I've seen you. I don't know why I can't hear you, Mike. I mean, Dennis, your audio, you're not muted, but there's no audio.
I was going to say, you say it's been a while since you've seen me. I said, well, your luck just ran out. So,
Oh, boy.
Hey, Charles, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, Carl. Go and talk about your tall grandson. He's about my height now, and he's what, in middle school?
It's not tall.
I thought you said he was tall.
Yeah.
Oh, he's only in middle school, I think. What grade is
Yeah,
Sawyer
he
in?
does.
What grade is Sawyer in?
He's in middle school.
He's in middle school, yeah.
Am I coming through okay, or is there
Yeah,
still
go ahead.
a
We're
problem?
on the edge of our seat.
Oh. No, we a small Walkerman plane from Ukraine that's, combat ship, and first two set of lines too short and they were too fat, because I did a test run, and what I did is I called him out to the center and have him go in a circle with me and ask him if that was too fast, and he said, yeah, that's too fast. So we put a set of 49-foot lines on it, 15s, and I called him out to the circle and he asked, is this too fast? And he goes, no, this be okay. So I had him grab the handle, and of course I kept the hole up the bottom, try to get him to get the feel how sensitive the handle was, and finally got a feel for it. So I let him go. He got 5 laps on it before he started getting dizzy, and we had to transfer the handle back to my hand, and that really made his day. So.
Well, that's great. I know he's on. Actually, his spring break ended, right? So he's going back to school next week. And your audio is kind of choppy too.
Yeah. Excuse me?
I said your audio is kind of inconsistent. It's kind of choppy. You come in.
Okay. All right.
Well, anyways, I'm happy for you. I wish I would have seen Sawyer fly, because Sawyer and I have actually shared the handle many times. Over a year ago, I was helping Sawyer fly, and that was it was a great experience. So Sawyer's a good young man.
Quick question. Do you guys use one handle and pass it back and forth, or are you using a double handle arrangement? How are you teaching them?
No, on this was kind of a spur of the moment, because the grass we fly on was too tall for rollouts, and I didn't push him into this, but we were setting up the planes, getting ready to fly, and he goes, "Grandpa, can I fly one of your airplanes?" And only thing I had was another Wacom with a Brodak 25 on it, and I knew that would be too fast for him. But I had that smaller one with an OS Max 10. So we just
okay.
did what we could for the day and just use one handle and just pass it between us. So
Yeah. Yeah, that was the way I learned, but I thought it was, I've been intrigued with the double handle arrangement and stuff. That looks like that would be,
yeah.
like that would be really helpful. Mark, when you guys are doing the triple tree thing, do you do one handle or do you do a ganged up handle, or how do you do that?
Danny, what we do, we have, I made the handle. It's just a C-shaped handle, but it's got an extra
A
bar
bar?
in front.
Yeah, okay.
So the instructor puts his hand on the front part.
Yep.
The student on the back part. But what's really, really helped us is that we use a car radio. And so we control the throttle in our other hand. So we can take it off slow. We can get the speed that the student is comfortable with. And then if they keep coming back, we'll give them more and more power. But that saves the airplane and it keeps them in the game. You know, they don't walk away as quickly. So
Yeah.
I'd really recommend that. You can get a car radio for like $30.
Yep.
And I think it's a great money because, you know, up to this point, I've built, I think, 24 ring rats since we started, but they're lasting longer now, and this is the basic reason. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of sorry. A couple of years ago, Will Hubin showed me a prototype. He had a friend of his was working on basically a single channel throttle only radio system that you could build into any kind of a control line handle. And the only problem was that it was operating on it wasn't operating on any of the AMA frequencies and not the 2.4 gig or anything like that. So it's like, I thought there could be a problem with that, you know, where you fly it and stuff like that. And ask him if he could take it back and get it working on a different channel or something like that. And that seemed to be the end of the project. And I regretted that. We should have flown it the way it was and you let the radio police come and get us or something. I don't know.
Yeah, this really works well. And then when we can have some fun with them, when they can fly by themselves, we get out of the circle and we'll have them do touch and goes. You know, they really have some fun with it because they have the
And then
confidence.
when you're doing that, you still have the throttle on hand and stuff, so you can still help them out with the touch and goes then, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
super.
The only time I have problems with that, and it's my own fault, is when I pick up a 1 or a 2 or a 3-year-old, holding them, you know, above my waist. I'm running out of hands. I got the child and I got half the handle and I got the speed control.
And then with your other hand, yeah.
I do, you know, I send some text messages, you know.
Yeah, that's it. Check in on the Stunthangar chat. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Very good.
So
Eddie.
what I've learned to do is leave my shoes and socks off, you know, because that way I can use my feet, you know, and it's quite something to see.
And hey, that's why you sit in the big office, get the big paycheck.
That's
Absolutely.
Salute.
Hey, Denny,
Yeah.
one thing I learned about 30 some odd years ago, it was in stunt news. Was a double handle arrangement that worked really well. It consisted of 2 handles. They
Yeah.
don't have to be identical, but one handle is used by the instructor, the other handle, but they were connected not by a rigid bar or anything. The student's handle had like a 12-inch long from the handle,
lines.
12 inches long. Yeah, and then
Yeah,
they
lines on.
connected,
Okay.
and then the instructor had like 24-inch lines connecting his handle. So he stood behind him, and as he flew, as he could pass it off to the student just by pushing his hand forward, take it, let the slack go, and now the student has control. But if the student gets in trouble, you just pull back and you've got control.
Mhm.
Student gets dizzy, you take control, the student let go of the handle, and you know, till he's ready to go again. I
Mhm,
built
mhm.
one of those that worked very well in training people.
Very cool.
I'm getting a
me,
slew of grandkids. I'm gonna have to teach them something.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I can't throw a baseball, can't shoot a basketball. I gotta try to teach them something to remember me
Yeah.
by, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
Grandpa
yeah.
Dizzy. Oh,
Let me welcome
Oh, yeah.
Bob Gore. Hey, Bob, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Hey, y'all. Good to see you.
And looks like Philip Bailey just arrived. Hey, Philip Bailey, thanks for coming in.
yeah, there goes the neighborhood. Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to respond to Lyle Spiegel in the chat box. He says he's in Hamburg, PA, flying buddy with Bill Hemmel in Albany, New York. Well,
Super.
welcome. And Lyle, why don't you come on in? You have access to the hangar.
Oh, there he is, man.
He's there.
Just
Yeah,
Right
right
there, live from New York,
Fantastic.
whatever. It's Friday night.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome, Lyle. Thanks for coming in.
I'm in Pennsylvania.
You're in Pennsylvania. Yes, you're in.
Same thing.
Yeah, you're
In
east of
Hamburg,
Indiana. It's all New York. There's Indiana, then there's New York, and then there's California. All right. So what can
Yeah,
I
there's
say?
nothing in between.
I was
Yeah, that's,
13
I don't know,
years
some
old.
kind of wilderness land or something. I'm not sure.
That's
Ain't that right,
Lyle.
Jim? Jim Bornhold, ain't that right?
Yeah. Oh, you got it. Yeah.
There's New York and there's LA and what the hell else is there, right?
Yeah. Not.
Yeah, the Great White North, right? Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's about it.
That's
So,
about it.
Oh, there's vacation land, Florida.
Yeah.
It's the bikini state.
Yeah.
Yeah. I lived down there for 20 years and then made a mistake and came back to Indiana.
Well, and then I heard of a little place down there south called, I think it's Texas.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
A little small place, yeah.
Yeah, a little small place called Texas.
Mm.
A
Yeah.
little winter cottage, you know.
So Mark Wise has raised his hand digitally. Go ahead, Mark.
Thank you, Charles. Jim Bornhold, I just wanted to
Yes,
say
sir.
hello. I want to see how your feet are doing.
Well, it's doing pretty good. It's the bleeding has stopped. That's good. And I do have an infection, but the infection has not progressed into the bone, and that's the serious part. As long as it don't get into the bone, it'll eventually it should heal up. I'm going to get a cast put on it next week. They'll cast it and then they take the cast off every week and put a new one on, check and see how it's healing. But it's doing good. I'm happy with it. I mean, I was just, my big worry was that it might be in the bone, and if it
Yeah.
does, that was some serious surgery there.
Okay. Well, listen, we haven't heard anything from Bob Hunt since he drove out to see you. Do you know what's happened to him?
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's still alive. We were discussing the cover on the new stunt
And the new stunt news.
news. Yeah, stunt news. I didn't want to call it magazine. Yeah, stunt news. But anyway, Gene Schaefer on there. That was that was boy. That brought back some memories. My goodness.
Yeah, that picture was taken by Win Paul.
Yeah, that's what he
Great
told
picture.
me. Yeah,
Great photo.
yeah. I tell you, that was something to see. I really liked that.
And I bought your ticket for the banquet.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're sitting in the back, but it's better than
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, by the kitchen door. By the kitchen door. I can grab a snack as they walk by. Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Thank you, buddy. Good to see
Jim,
you.
you should feel lucky.
Yeah.
He put me on the do not call list. All right.
Oh, yeah, right.
You know, the will call, I'm on the do not
The
call.
do not call.
Yeah, okay.
Well, let me interrupt.
thanks, Mark.
Hey, Charles,
I want
can I
to
say
hear
one
about
more thing?
one more thing.
Okay, I promise. I recently found out that at the banquet, even though I'm in charge of it, I found out something that was awesome. We're going to present awards to the newest members of the Hall of Fame. And then we're going to present awards to the first 3 guys that started this whole thing in '73. But here's an extra that I'm really excited about, because this is the end of a 50-year project for Win Paul. He has put together and published 2 volumes, exquisite volumes of the history of Control Line since he started this project in '73. He and his publisher are coming with books to the banquet.
Wow.
Wynn's gonna be able to stand up and or sit down, whatever he wants, and give you an idea of what he's got. And for those who want to buy them, they're going to be there. And from what I understand from Bob, they are just something like 1,700 photos. It's just spectacular. So if you're a fan of Control Line Stunt and you plan to come to the Nats, that's another great reason to come to the banquet. So I just want to let you know. I'm done, Charles.
Oh,
How can we
that is
get
very
it if we
cool.
can't come to the Nats? How can we buy a book?
Yeah. For now, that's where you buy the book.
For now, but eventually it'll be available.
Yeah, but you'll save a lot of money buying it there because of postage.
Mm.
These are 2 big books in a sleeve. Yeah,
Any idea what the price is gonna be?
I do, but I think we should talk about other things.
Okay.
Take out a loan.
Just bring money. Well, look, he's going to sell them at the show at the banquet for $200. If you understand how big these books are and the quality of the paper and the quality of what he's done, to me, I'm buying them. If I had to sell something, I'd still buy one, because Control Line Stunt's an important part of my life.
Is that
Yeah.
200 each book? Each book 200?
2 books.
Each
200 for
200?
2 of them.
2 books for 200, 100 each?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Not
Yeah.
200 each.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a 2-book set.
For $200. Okay.
Mark,
know-
about,
Last thing, I know for a fact, he is losing money on this deal. $200 doesn't come close to covering the true cost.
mhm.
So
Yeah, it's too bad.
I'm going to mute myself.
All right. Well, I just wanted to hear from Lyle. This is his first time in here, and I'm curious about what he has on the bench, what he's been flying,
Well,
how long he's been flying.
I've been flying since I was 16 years old, 14 years
Wow.
old.
Wow.
And I started off in New York City in the Bronx. And I used to go out to the Garden State Circle Burner, Snowbird meet. And I saw Gene Schaefer fly and everybody that you hear about from those days. And then now I'm out here in Pennsylvania. I hang out a little bit with Bob Hunt. And also Fred Quiddenfeld. I don't know if you know Fred.
Yep.
He's out by closer to Lebanon. And I've been flying mostly Vector 40s. And I fly a Smoothie and a Thunderbird. And trying to still learn the pattern.
It's not easy to do.
What's that?
I said the pattern is not easy to do.
No, it's not. No. So I never had anybody that could really take the time and the patience to teach it to me. I hear about people can learn on the same airplane right through the whole thing, but that isn't me.
Yeah, it's like when you're trying to learn the pattern, you don't realize the plane's out of trim. No one's there to tell you the plane's out of trim, and you have to white knuckle some of these maneuvers because the plane is not easy to fly, but you don't know that because it's all you've been flying.
When I
Very
first
difficult.
started flying a Vector, that was the first time I ever flew an airplane that really flew like a stunt plane's supposed to fly. I grew up on, like everybody else, on Ringmasters and profile P-51 Sterlings, and never knew what a real stunt plane was till I got a Vector.
Hmm. Yeah, Vector's a good flying plane. I mean, that definitely, even not knowing everything, that plane will come out pretty good and should fly pretty good.
I've got 3 flying at 3 nitro and 1 electric, but I haven't flown the electric yet.
Very good. Now,
You know
what do you
what?
have what do you have on the bench now? You have a plane on the bench?
Not right now. Well, I have a few projects to be finished. I have a JD Falcon
Nice.
Yeah.
and I have a full body Evolution. The Cardinal profile from
Okay.
Rodak that we built it with a full body. That needs to be finished. Those are the
That should be a
two
good one too.
immediate ones that I got to get finished. And then I got an ARC smoothie to finish.
Very good.
I love smoothies. That's where I learned to fly inverted on a smoothie.
I've never flown a smoothie. I had a smoothie kit, and somehow or another, I ended up trading it with Jeff Riley for a Super Tiger 46, which I have no regrets, but I would have liked to. It was the smoothie I did start as a kid, and I went back to my parents' house when they were alive, and I was trying to find the smoothie kit to finish it when I got back into the hobby, but I couldn't find any remnant of it. I just think that as a kid, I probably got so frustrated. I probably cried because I messed something up and threw the plane away in frustration. So I kind of would like to get back to a smoothie one day because of that.
I enjoy flying that more than I flew my Noblers. I've never enjoyed flying a Nobler.
Really, I actually like flying Noblers, and then Noblers are really nostalgic plane for me. That's the first control line plane I ever saw fly in my life.
Could be mine's aren't trimmed right. I think that's part of it.
Yeah, trimming is part of it. When you're on an island or a desert by yourself, it's really difficult. I really feel for you being out there in the desert trying to learn this hobby. It's really difficult by yourself. It's difficult even when you have help. But hey, thanks for coming in. I appreciate
I
it.
forgot to mention, I got a couple of Voodoos ready to fly this spring.
Very cool. I had a Voodoo, and I still have a Voodoo in my closet.
Yeah?
Yeah, I have a Voodoo. No engine on it right now, but I have a Voodoo I built as a kid.
I'm nervous about whether I'm going to be able to keep up with it and not get the dizzies. That's a issue for me right now, the dizzies.
Yeah, you can fly it on longer lines, you know.
That's an idea.
We have a guy that used to come in, Terry Forbes. He flies Voodoo and other planes on 100-foot lines.
100 foot.
Yeah, that's what Terry. If you're listening, Terry, come in the chat box and vouch for me. That's what you told me, anyways, Terry. So, and let me welcome Mark Lumen. How you doing, Mark? Good to see you.
Good, man. Good.
Are you in your shop? Are you in your new shop there?
Yes, actually, I'm just finishing up. Lots of things, lots of messes. You want to see?
Yeah.
I can just turn the phone around.
All right.
I'll see. There you go.
There we go. See some screws there, bolts.
I'll kind of give you the.
Oh, this is cool. Nice looking shop.
Well, the entryway down the stairs.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Look at that.
All right.
Planes there.
Find
You
out
left the lid off that can.
What was
Yeah.
that, Howard?
You left the lid off the can back there. The gallon can.
You know what? See?
Thank you. Oh, very cool. Yeah, he left. Man, very observant, Howard.
Yeah.
Got by me. I'm usually looking for everything.
It would be on the floor here before long. So yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Let me
yeah.
get the habit.
That's we got that kind of all boned out. That's the Claire Sieverling, the P-51.
Okay.
And of course,
Nice.
there's my Hellcat.
There's your Hellcat that's in the calendar.
Yeah, and the Magician.
Nice.
And then that's a bench I put together to finish learning the pattern. Yeah.
Very nice. And you got some combat planes there in the corner there.
They're Dave's. Yeah, that's
That's a good one there.
Yeah, then I
Ooh,
put
and
together,
a chipmunk.
put together. I'm calling this one the toxic waste.
Toxic waste. Is that a banshee there as well on the floor?
It is just like I say. I want to get through learning the pattern and everything. So I wanted to have a couple there in line. Yeah, and I'm just finishing the paint on the chipmunk tonight. So
That looks nice. That looks very good.
note to any airplane with this many stripes, run away.
So you're gonna do a ghost effect on the stab and elevator?
Yeah.
Oh,
Finished now, and I think I wanted to log in a little bit, but yeah, this is the mess right now. So yeah, and
Hey, I think I said last Monday, I said, Stallion does not have a clean stall. So
that's right.
Mark, you're just a machine. Look at all the things you got going on all at once.
yeah, this is a nice shot, by the way, Mark.
Awesome.
Well, this, Dave is here too. So I mean, his side is over there. So there's a Shark 45. He's finishing. So yeah.
Super.
But I'm happy. I had to set up this nice little fan scenario.
Nice.
So things don't go up in the house, and
Yeah,
people
you
come
got to keep the fumes away from the wife.
with kitchen knives and all kind of
Yes.
things.
Yes,
She
yes.
has implements of destruction with which to destroy you.
Very, very good. Yes,
Hey, I know you guys are probably have used it or may not have used it.
Yeah,
I have not
good
used
stuff.
it yet.
This
Yeah.
is nice. Yeah.
It is. That's what I use, Mark. It's awesome.
Wow. Yeah. I mean,
What's so awesome about it? I don't know what you're
What do
talking
you
about.
use it
Well,
for?
it doesn't overstick, but it makes a nice clean line.
yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, look at that line all the way out to the. Well, I can't even get it
Yeah, that is nice.
all the way
Wow.
out. And I mean, a couple of places I goofed the tape. Didn't get it down, but it's very, very clean edges.
Looks
I see
marvelous,
you're
Mark.
using the airbrush too, I see, right? To paint
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Just
Very nice.
it takes a little while, but but what I learned, and maybe it was one of you guys on here told me, my good tape that I use for painting, like edges and stuff, keep it in a container.
Yep.
Because
Yeah, it
otherwise,
keeps all the crap off the edges of it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good tip. Anybody listening out here, that's a good tip.
Oh, yeah. Don't leave it laying on the bench. If you leave it laying on the bench, it picks up all the crumbs on the edge, and then you don't get a good edge.
absolutely.
Now, what I do is I put all my tape in Ziploc bags. That's how I store
Well,
my
that
tape.
works too.
Mhm. That works.
So is that frog tape? Is that a vinyl tape?
It seems like it's very what's
Sort
the
of
word?
in between.
Yeah, more of a fibrous type.
Why do you
looking-
like it better than vinyl tape?
Well, I've used both, and like I say, I'm still pretty new at this, and I think for me because of the success.
Yeah, if it works, that's what counts for me too, Mark. If it works, that's why I use it. Do you have any of the real thin stuff too, Mark?
Of the frog tape?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
It's called fine line, and that's what Sparky uses. It's called fine line. I'll bring some up. I'll show you guys.
Yeah, because here's what I do for the fine stuff. This is like like pantry lining. That sounded weird. Pantry, kitchen stuff.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and I just cut it and make little lines, but it does pretty good. But yeah, the thin stuff would be great. Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna peel the. I'm gonna set this down for a minute. I'll peel the paint.
All right. Sounds like we need to come back to you in about a half hour. So,
All right. Well, that's start cussing.
well, maybe you should put it on mute then too. But
And let me welcome Barry Miller. Hey, Barry, thank you for coming in. Appreciate it.
Hey, everybody.
So how's your gypsy coming along?
It's coming. I'm just about to start putting some color on it pretty soon here. I'm just finalizing everything on it now. So it's hanging up drying. I put my last coat of dope on, and I wanted to buy the primer, but I didn't get that this time. And so I bought the silver, and I think I'm just going to shoot silver on it and start shooting color, but I'm close. I'm getting there.
Very, very cool. And here's the fine line tape that Sparky uses.
Yeah, it's the stuff. It's 1/8 inch wide, and it's really great for getting in close to fillets and stuff like that. It does a beautiful job.
And
vinyl or is that
where
paper?
do you get that?
Where did I get it now? I'm trying
I
to
don't know,
think.
Mitch.
I think I ordered it off Amazon.
All right. So
Pretty
Mark,
sure
you
I
can add
ordered
that
it
to
off
You can
Amazon.
add that to your list, Mark Wise.
I'm reading it right now.
Called Pro Tapes.
Is it called Pro Tape, Lynn?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Premium Automotive Fine Line Masking Tape. And it
Thank
looks
you,
like
man.
it's made, and it looks like it's made in America.
Made in America. Wow.
You
Well,
betcha.
thank you for supporting our economy, Lynn. I appreciate it.
You know it.
It looks like the key to Len's airplane is he imports all his finishing materials.
For
So
10 years, Naomi and I went to Brodax, and boy, we spent a lot of money at Brodax.
I really appreciate it. Yeah. So the plane is assembled in Canada, but parts made in America.
You betcha.
You go.
parts made from all over the world, right? So
Hey, I got another source if you guys want to see another source with that tape.
All right.
If you want to.
Yeah. Oh, Klingspor, right?
Klingspor, woodworking
Okay,
tools.
it's a
Yeah.
different one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 1/8 inch, and that's the same thing. I use that on mine too, Lynn, and it does
Yeah,
a good
it's
job.
good stuff. Oh, yeah. The
Yeah.
1/8 inch is so good when you got to do something that's really tight and detailed. You don't have to cut it or anything. You just stick her on
Yeah,
there.
it flexes really well.
Oh, yeah.
And I went and
Good.
got mine from an automotive shop. There's a
Yeah.
representative that would come there, and I happened to be there that day, and I asked him if he had some, and that's where I got it from, Klingspor.
All right.
Very cool. Now, the Pro Line tape is also vinyl, Lynn?
I'm just opening it up. I'm sure it is. I think it's exactly
It
the
is.
same as the Frog.
And Jim Hoppin's trying to get my attention. Go ahead, Jim.
So I use a similar tape, a vinyl tape. It's called K tape. I get it on Amazon. Several other people I know use this. It's a favorite. And yeah,
That's
this is
vinyl.
1/8 inch to go around a sharp corner. And I
Yeah.
have some corners that are too sharp. And I was able to find this, your
160.
automotive.
Yeah, you
your
can get that too.
automotive.
Exactly. I've seen that too.
Yeah. But these are vinyl tapes. And yeah, keep them in a bag, keep the schmutz away. And it's
It also
fabulous.
keeps them fresh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Schmutz.
That's the
Yeah,
same
that's
color as
good,
your
right?
a Predator looks like. It almost matches your Predator, Jim.
Predator,
does.
gorgeous. What's the pink plane to your left, Jim? It looks like the front of a Chrysler.
Oh. All right. I'll show you. See if I can turn my camera around. So,
all right.
All right.
Wow.
Nice.
Look at this.
so here's where I needed the see that's
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
1/8 inch.
Yeah.
That's 1/8 inch. Not doing well.
Not doing well.
No.
Yeah, pretty tight corners. That
Well, so what's the remedy for that, Jim?
The
16th.
16th inch.
use 16th.
Okay. And then you
Yeah.
just put some masking tape alongside the 16th when you want to back mask it?
Well, yeah, I'll have to put two pieces of 16th absolutely together that look like it's going to be 1/8.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, I can show you where I'm headed because
Alright.
this airplane is going to be a clone of this airplane.
Oh, yeah.
So
I see
I'm
where you're
trying
headed.
to do that.
Ooh, very
Oh, my.
nice.
That is sharp.
That is really nice.
Now, that's
What
not mine.
model is it?
That's a Warren T. Hart model
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
called a Lunar. It was designed by Art
Yeah.
Pulowski.
Yeah,
Oh,
And
Yeah.
I think there's only 3 of them in existence. There's Art's original, Warren's, and now mine.
Wow.
So,
Very, very nice.
was it Art's airplane? Wasn't it black and green? And if I remember right, it was very colorful, if I remember right.
well, the Lunar that Art Pulowski built was painted exactly like this one.
Oh, okay,
I met his
Okay.
son and he validated that.
okay. I guess I've never seen that one then.
Hey, Jim,
Yeah,
did you ever use a product called liquid masking film?
oh.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
No, yeah, he's not talking, yeah, I've never used it, so I don't know about it.
I don't know that product.
I may have some. That's okay. I'll go find it.
I used it when it was on slot cars many moons ago.
You
So
getting any
we've made
paint
some
on, Phil?
vinyl masks.
Do what?
Are you getting any paint out, putting on?
No paint, but I did a lot of well, I did get some paint on, but it's craft paint inside the canopy,
Yeah,
forgotten what you call it, but it's not what I call painting because it's just this art paint. But anyway,
Well,
yeah, I'm
that
getting a
all
lot done. I got most of the plane put together and I'm waiting on my pilot. Tommy's painting me a pilot.
oh, that'll be great to see. He
Yeah,
does good
he's
pilots.
he makes the best pilots going. I cut one down to size, would not fit. You'd be surprised how small the area is in that SV11. If you pull your canopy off and redo that area and you try to get the pilot in there, you think you got plenty of room. Not so. So I took a Williams Brothers pilot and I had to cut him off a quarter inch off the bottom of him and then just keep sanding a little bit until he just fit in there. And then that's it. And took him to Tom. Tom's going to paint him up and put him back together. I hope to get him back tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see.
That'd be nice. Let me recognize, we have a new member. I'm so excited to welcome Tony San Benedetto. He's a supporter, a new supporter. We welcome you. Thank you very much. I don't know how many members Sparky and I have now, or Sparky has, but thank you for joining. I appreciate your support. And he says, he asks, what are your tricks for getting over the nerves during a flight to keep calm and talk yourself through the moves? Well, actually, Bob Hunt told me that what he does is he talks the whole time he's flying. He counts his laps. He announces what he's going to do to himself. He's talking, okay, next is 3 inside loops, and he talks himself through it, and then goes on to the next. So if you are talking to yourself, you're kind of so self-absorbed that you lose some of your nervousness. Anybody else have any other tricks or keys to that? Go ahead.
Well, I
Lynn.
do that from the same person, but I also carry a cheat sheet that's got the next maneuver on. You move your thumb down and okay, next thing is, and just talk yourself through it.
Now I just recite the shepherd's prayer.
Just imagine everybody's naked.
I like that.
Charles, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes. That's funny. Go ahead, Lynn. What was you going to say, Lynn?
I figure crash about 10 airplanes. After that, you won't be nervous anymore.
Yeah.
But we're trying to avoid crashing. That's why we're
I
so
know
nervous.
it's hard. It's hard, especially when you go to your first few contests. It's tough. You're really shaking. You know what? If it's an important contest, I'll still shake in the circle a little at the start. Like I was a little nervous this year at the Nats when I walked out to the circle for the first time. It's just the way it is. It never goes away. No, I didn't. Not in the main event. I'm talking about big stunt.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking
You won
about
Classic last year, didn't you?
No, I won Nostalgia 30, but those are-
Nostalgia 30, okay.
I consider them to be kind of like the Mickey Mouse events, but that's okay.
I tell you what,
wouldn't
I
go that
haven't,
far.
there's an awful lot of us that have never won one of the Mickey Mouse events at Nats. So
Okay. I'm happy about it though. I was glad to be a part of it, and to win something was pretty something for me.
And for the record,
Yeah.
even Mickey Mouse hasn't won one of Mickey Mouse events. All right. So, yeah, Len, that's nothing. That ain't cheap. There
no,
are
it's
no
not.
cheap
You did
national
good.
championships,
Thank you.
right?
Much appreciated.
But I think you owe it all to your pit crew, though. So
My
I do
pit
too.
crew, I do owe it all to my pit crew. You're right.
Yes.
No
She
doubt
keeps
about
him
that.
calm when he's out there.
Yes,
She's
she
one
does.
keeps. I saw him. He went out to fly, and she's up there, and she says, "You don't get this right, I'm going to hit you so hard."
Look at
we'll slap you so hard even Google can't find you.
Oh
Oh.
my God.
Yeah, it's looking really good, Mark.
They said
All
we're in better
right,
contact.
indeed
it
You
is.
don't
Off,
hit
and that
me
looks
straight, I'll hit
nice.
you so hard,
That does
even
look
Google
nice.
won't find you. Oh my, I'm coming right now. Hang on.
Very nice, Mark. When I saw it, I guess I saw the tape. I thought you was
It is
doing the
pretty.
ghosting stripes, but that looks nice.
Well, I'll tell you the story of why. I mean, if anybody that has seen the chipmunk knows, there's less stripes on the normal paint job.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
Much
going to
less-
say you got a few more than Art Show had on his.
It comes it comes to being able to count where you had tape and where you didn't have tape.
Looks
Lost
nice.
count there, did you, Mark?
All right, I figured, if I'm gonna mess up one side, mess them up both, right? Yeah, make
Yes.
That's it.
That looks
Like-
great. That looks really nice.
Yeah,
Good job.
it's getting there. Yeah.
And I like your holder that the styrene
cooler,
or
yeah.
yeah, that's a good idea to do it.
That is a neat idea.
Yeah. Old
Very
cooler.
nice.
That works well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you what, it'll keep you from having flat spots in your foam wheels.
Right. Yeah, I still got to
I did that. I built a model and took it out, and it set for probably 2 hours on a hot tarmac. And I went to take off one time, and the thing making all kinds of noise and bouncing around looked like
Hey, young man. Who's
It
this?
just looked
Your
like
son
it had
there?
a case of nerves.
Hmm.
It's because the wheels are
This your
flat
son,
spotted
Mark?
so bad.
I'm the pit guy.
You are.
All right.
You're a good guy for now, but you might be the pilot pretty soon.
Yep,
Oh,
That's
very good. What's your
awesome.
name?
Bryce.
Bryce. Nice to meet you, Bryce.
Good to meet you.
Good stuff.
Have you flown yet, Bryce? Or are you dad? Huh?
What, babe?
I could be doing this soon, probably.
The what?
So, what you're doing right now.
Oh,
Just
well,
me and you.
yeah. Oh, the paints. Yeah. Yeah, he's a good helper. He's getting there. Yeah.
Very good. Well, I hope you be flying soon, Bryce. That'd be great. We need to get some young people flying.
Mhm.
Yeah, we do.
Very
Good
good.
stuff.
Awesome.
You're good.
I normally come.
Oh, really? That is cool. Very cool, Bryce. That is
He's-
very, very cool.
He's
Well,
a
you
ma-
keep running. Go ahead.
he's a master stooge line
Hmm.
puller, and boy, he can clean airplanes.
Yes.
All right. How old are you, Bryce?
9.
You're 9?
Well, you're in the right age.
Yeah, that's perfect age. Right age is right. That's
That's
Yeah.
where I started. That's when I started.
I bet if you start flying, you'll pass up Mark.
Hmm.
I'm asking you age because you're young.
That's all
Look
right.
out, Mark.
That's
There you
all
go,
right.
Mark.
Bryce, you'll know you
Silent
made it
late
when he's
down.
wiping off your airplane. All right. So that's the goal. You need him wiping off your
Yeah, when
airplane.
he cleans your airplane, you know you've arrived.
Yeah, listen to the man there.
Yeah,
So,
it's hard for us to learn how to fly at our older age. When we're your age, you just pick it up, and plus you're not paying for anything, so you don't have any fear of crashing.
He made
Because
I
yeah,
don't start
no
with that.
consequence to you. It doesn't come out of your wallet.
he made money this week raking
Yeah.
leaves, so he's doing
Good
short.
boy. Good
That's
stuff.
it. Hey,
Very
do you
good,
job him
Bryce.
out? Can you come to Indiana and my yard's a mess. I need some help.
See? Officer, Mr. Dennis?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Bryce, do you get an allowance?
He has to
You
work
get-
for it
Does your dad give you money every week?
as long as he works for it.
Yep. I have to work for my money.
Oh,
Right
okay,
on.
okay.
It's a good
That's-
habit.
That's
And
good.
Bryce, I used to mow lawns to get engines. I met a modeler and I'd mow his front and back yard a couple times and he'd give me an engine. He wasn't flying any longer. So I was mowing lawns as a kid and that's how I collected most of my engines when I was your age.
That's nice.
Yeah, it worked out great. I was like, when he offered me engines instead of cash, I was like, I'll take the engine, sure.
Airplane, I ain't gonna do that. Airplanes instead of money.
And they were all control line engines. We're not talking about RC engines. This was a former control line guy, so they're all were what I needed.
I am making rubber band airplanes soon or later, probably.
Oh, that's good.
Perfect. They're good too.
Yeah, that's good
Yeah.
too. I started off with that. I went to 7-Eleven. I'd get the rubber band planes and I'd fly them.
Yeah. Hey, Bryce, I grew up in New York. We didn't have grass.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
At least not that you mowed. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are bad.
All right, well, look, I got to sign off actually, guys, but
All right, hey, thanks, Mark. Thanks for coming in and thanks
Take
for
it in.
introducing Bryce.
Take it easy,
right.
Bryce.
Good meeting
And
you,
Mark.
Bye,
Bryce.
Bryce. Bye-bye.
Yeah, take care,
We'll see
Bryce.
you later.
All right,
See you next
Looking
time.
forward, see you
I'm
again.
signing off. Good night.
You're signing off. Who's that?
Lyle.
Hey, Lyle. Thanks for coming in, Lyle. Appreciate it.
We need about 100 kids like him.
Yeah, and then we
Yeah.
can just
You
make
mean Bryce
control
or
line.
Lyle? Oh,
Both of them.
both of them.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm only, people ask me how old I am. I tell them I'm still 16. I'm just trapped in an older body.
Very
That's
cool.
Very
awesome.
good.
Well, I
Very
saw a
good.
T-shirt that I think I'm gonna get. It says, if you haven't grown up by age 65, you don't have to.
Yeah,
Very good.
That's good. I'm getting
I need to
close.
get that
So,
shirt.
Baby,
I
I'm
need to
there.
grow up.
So
And Mark Wise is digitally raised his hand. Go ahead, Mark.
I don't know if you can see this.
You make it big here. Where'd you go? Here you are. Make it big. Liquid masking film.
I don't know if many of you knew about this. It's fairly old. I probably got it at Toledo. It's an interesting product, but it has limited use. It's a rubberized liquid. You can thin it and spray it in a gun, or you can just apply it the way it is. Takes about an hour to two to dry. And basically what you do is draw your shape on the area that you just brushed on. And then very carefully with a sharp X-Acto, you just touch the surface, peel it up, and you get this beautiful straight line. So there are certain places, I had this when I was doing RC, big RC stuff, because you could do wheel pants, you could do the cowl. I don't know if I would do it on an open bay wing. It would be delicate, but it's interesting stuff. I don't know if it's still available or not, but that's what it is. And
Wasn't that a model train product?
I don't
Because you'd put it
think so.
on metal.
I don't know. It comes from the Bob Dively Model Aircraft Company. You can
Oh.
probably use it over anything. It says for model aircraft, boats, cars, and trains. There you go.
First place I ever saw it was in a train shop, but the second was slot cars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, Mark, I use that to do my canopy on my Tony.
there you go.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
So you paint it on, then you peel it off, and then you
Peel
paint.
off the area, that you want painted.
There's that intermediate step of involving an X-Acto knife that's very difficult.
Yeah,
mhm.
you have to be
Oh,
careful.
so you basically are putting down more material than you need, and you put the X-Acto knife to cut out what you want.
Yep.
Now I get it. Okay. At first I didn't understand. Now I get it.
And the lines are beautiful.
Yeah.
So, again, if someone wants to try it, as long as you return some of it back to me, I'll mail it to you.
Wow. Yeah, that's very interesting. That's I can see how that would really work great for canopies, doing canopy detailing.
Works real good.
I mean, that's provided you're a Pampa member.
Yes, okay, I understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that supposed to be a slam, Mark?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me, there's another person in the chat box, Jack Snavely. Yeah, he's a member, and I can tell because of the moniker next to his name. And he says, "Hello, all, and another good show." Thank you very much, Jack Snavely. Appreciate that. So, Jim Hoffman, what you been up to? I appreciate you showing me earlier the tape, but what you been up to?
You know, I've done something good. I took my profile e-powered Pathfinder out and tried spectral lines on it.
Oh, cool.
Great.
I took a guess at the tip weight change. I took on 1/3 of an ounce, and I think I hit it right. And I was really pleased. I took
Isn't
3
that awesome?
flights.
Yeah.
I was really pleased. I took 3 flights on it, and I saw 3 things happen, one of which I did not expect. I found I had a little bit better line tension, top of the hourglass. I was hoping for that. I think the whip of the lines is less. But the thing that really I did not expect is I think it reduced the hunt in the airplane.
Wow.
So I was really pleased with that. So I'm going to go out again, probably Sunday, and I'm going to take a back-to-back flight. I'm going to take first flight with the Spectra, then I'm going to immediately switch lines back to the
Yeah.
015 cables and just do some back-to-back flights just to validate what I think I felt. So I was pretty pleased.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you, Dennis Adamson, for all the coaching.
Very
You
good.
did all
That's
the hard
great
work.
news.
The
Don't-
you know, so many times the source for hunting seems to be friction somewhere in the system, and it's in the bell crank, it's in the hinges, or I think
Mhm.
in the lines. So I guess I'm not real surprised to hear that you know, that it would affect that if you had a you know, line friction affecting that. But that is a curious observation after one flight. So
Yeah, well, I took 3 flights. You know what? I will experiment with that. I'll do it with no loops in it, and then I'll put 6, 7, 8 loops in it and try invert it again.
mhm,
I can do that. But it's a friction-free airplane.
mhm.
I
Yeah, when
I
I
know how to do that.
in the when I first put it on I have an SV11 ARF, and I flew it back to back, flew to my 18 cables, and then I put the 100-pound Power Pro on it, and there was something really different about it. I was able to you know, to track maneuvers better and everything like that. And it took me to like the 2nd or 3rd flight before I realized what was missing was line friction. I could make really fine, you know, finite adjustments in the handle and stuff like that without the lines, like, you know, jumping a little bit and stuff like that. And I was surprised on an airplane that size with good line tension and stuff that, you know, I would have thought line tension would be a good way to overcome line friction, but on this airplane, it seemed to come right to the fore. So,
Hmm. So the lack of whip really, I was pleased with that. And that's the one thing that might make me really gird up my loins and put it on a big one.
mhm.
So,
Don't be afraid. It's fine.
Dennis Nunes is talking about putting on a 60 size airplane soon.
Oh,
So he
yeah.
had the same.
Don't be
he had the
afraid
same-
of it at all.
Yeah, well, he and I have the same. We do have a fear of it, of putting them on our frontline airplanes.
Well, I
Go
flew
ahead,
my
Phil,
bear all last summer with a P8 or with a Rojet 61 on it, 100-pound Spectra, no problem.
Let Philip Bailey in next. Go ahead, Philip.
I was just gonna say, Jim, with your experience, you're probably not gonna make this mistake. But when I did it, I forgot to put the weight back in when I changed back to the wires. Don't do that.
I bet you noticed the difference. Yeah.
Oh boy, I noticed the difference.
Yeah.
I was running that whole flight. That wasn't fun. But I once I landed, I put the weight back in. The second flight was like I remembered, but I'm flying it with Spectra now. I took it back out and flying it on Spectra. It works. The 100-pound Spectra is all I've used. I have not tried the 65 because I snapped it too easy, and I'm scared of it now. We get some real stuff, but the 100-pound works great. I don't recommend the dark green though.
Ever.
And why is that?
You can't see it.
Invisalign?
Yeah, you lay it in the grass, it's gone. You lay it on the concrete, it's gone, and people walk all over your lines. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. What are you going to say? They can't.
Right.
Yeah, they're right there. Yeah.
Let me let Howard Rush in. Go ahead, Howard. He raised his hand digitally. Thank you, Howard.
The pre-stretch that one does on the Spectra lines, does it stay pre-stretched or does one need to repeat that exercise?
I've only stretched them the one time.
The
first time I did it, I broke the lines. And I did retie the knots, all 4 of them, and try the lines again. But I made certain that I didn't overlap my thread the second. I took more time tying my knots. And I pulled them one more time and pulled them right this time instead of trying to pull full force on everything. You only needs half what it's rated for because there's 2 lines. But anyway, pulled them again, took them out, started flying them, and I haven't looked back. They work great.
Don't need to do the stretch again.
I have not done it either. I would, frankly, I'd ask Phil Cartier or something like that. He would know. I mean, he was,
yeah.
You know, he's the mother lode for information on Spectra as far as I'm concerned. How to tie it and everything else. In the by the way department, I do want to say Mike Stinson redid his knot video, and it's back up. I made sure I put it back in the Adventures in Spectra thread. So
Great.
So it's been, it was there, it was gone, gone, and now he remade it. So I put it back in there because people have been asking about that.
Yeah.
Plus,
Very informative
Jim
thread.
Hoffman has done a really, really nice how-to on it, where he took, I forget one of the people in the forum did showed tying the knot in a step-by-step fashion, and Jim wrote up a little sheet to go with that. And I think that's really, really good. So
Where is that? Where's that?
That's
found?
also in the Stunthangar in the Adventures thread.
Adventures, okay.
Yeah, it's got to be about the last page.
You posted it?
I haven't posted yours. That's for you.
Oh,
I saved yours. I downloaded it and I got it, and I'm bragging to people about it. But
all right, I'll make it a PDF and try and post it.
I think that would be
Okay.
I
I'd
think
like
that'd
to
be
see
a
it,
good
Jim.
idea. You know, the video's
So,
nice, but it's nice to have the, if you will, the stop action saying, oh, what is this supposed to look like right here? You know?
Yeah.
So
I bet that is
back
neat.
to Howard's question. When I took a full set of lines and pulled them, you could see they stretched about, I'm going to guess 3 inches. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But one thing I did not do was measure how much of that stretch was permanent.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be a good exercise. I don't know the answer to that question.
I don't either.
In the thread, Mike Alamoff did some of that early on, and he actually raised exactly the same question. His feeling was that over time, if they were sitting idle or something like that, they might, rebunch and they'd have to be restretched and everything like that. Here I'm heading into my grand second season of Spectra, so I guess I'll find out pretty darn fast if I should have restretched them or not. But
if it feels spongy, stretch them. If it don't, keep flying it. I mean,
that's about it.
It'll show up in your store.
Yeah. So, I don't trust the tensile, the rated load, because when I do testing, I'm breaking them at about half the rated load.
Mhm.
So my approach now is, I know the airplane weight. I know there's a 10 G pull test. So this set I pulled to 12 Gs, and I'm really thinking that's not enough. I'm going to pull a set to 15 Gs before I fly it again, probably.
Are you trying to pull them as a pair then, or one?
I did them one at a time.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I've been doing them end to end, so it's the same as doing them one at a time. But part of the reason being I wanted to make sure the lines all saw the same load. Frankly, it takes half as you only have to pull it half as hard to get the same effect. So
You must have a very big backyard, much bigger than
big
mine.
enough. I tie it on a tree in the front yard and I lean in, I walk down the hill to the edge of the pond. If the line breaks, I'm swimming. All right.
Yeah.
And that's the way I do it. And it works out for me that way. But,
Very cool. Let me catch up on the chat box. Just a couple of comments. Making model airplanes says thumbs up, y'all. Thank you very much. Making model airplanes. Appreciate that. And John Skukalek says, thanks for reporting. Excuse me. Thanks for reposting that fishing line not tying video, Dennis.
And John, I owe you a response on your letter to the Brodak thing, and I'll get back to you on that. So.
I mean, not to change the subject, but has anybody seen the climb and dive timer advertised yet? I mean, I've read a couple articles about it, but I have yet to find where to buy one.
What that the climb and dive timer? I'm not sure. It sounds very much like, I forget the gentleman's name, but it sounds very much like it's a a basement operation with him. I think the only
Paul Emerson.
advertisement is going to be what he posted on Stunthangar, and send him a PM or something like that. Go from there. I don't know if he has
Where
it
did you find-
advertised anywhere else.
I'm gonna look for it again. I saw it.
It's in the electric forum. That's about all I remember about it.
Yeah, I'll see if I can't find it again.
Paul Emerson, I forget what he calls himself.
Thank you.
Yes, he's in Toronto.
Yeah, I'd like to try one of those too. It looks like a real interesting thing. I know a lot of people who bench tested them. I haven't heard of anybody else who's flying them yet. Have you?
No, I think Brent Williams purchased one. So maybe when he gets some good weather, Brent Williams might try it.
Yeah, and
Well,
John,
Frank-
John Paris, I saw he was on Monday night. He's bench tested his, and he has a flying site in the backyard. He hasn't been, as near as I know, he hasn't been able to fly it yet. But
Frank's got one. He did quite a test on it, and I don't know if he's flown it yet either. Though last time I talked to him, he said he had not flown it yet. But I'd sure like to see one.
Yeah,
if it works near as well as it looks like it should, and for the price that I heard it is, I don't know, but if it is as cheap as they said it is, I'm gonna order a couple of them just to have the spare.
yeah, it looks to me like you could actually use the timer without a governing ESC.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what it says. It's to go.
That would
It's supposed to be designed to go
That
with.
would be a big leap. The most
Yeah.
popular timer that Brodak sells is the simple throttle up that goes with a non governing ESC. And they've sold literally thousands of those things. They're good basic timers, sport fly to heck. I've trophied with them. I mean, they work good. But the Emerson timer looks like it's like it could be just about as simple to set up and probably work even better. So
Let me share this screen. It has the website for that timer.
oh, there is a website. That's good.
Yeah, let me fix this real quick. Just give me one quick second, and here we go. Share.
Charles is too darn smart.
Oh, thank you for the compliment, but let's see here. So, all righty. Do you? Unfortunately, when I share, for some reason, I can't see what I'm sharing. But do you see there? It says the first line. It says I ordered one of the climb and dive timers, and it arrived last Tuesday. Paul Emerson of Circuit Flyer is the creator. His website is www.circuitflyer, all the letters are there, looks like, .com. You see that, Phil?
Yep.
Yes, sir. I just got it written down.
All right. And our audience, that's what we're talking about.
Jesus, you make that bigger?
It needs to be bigger. Let me see
Yeah.
what I can do. Hang on one second.
I think the
Make
key
it-
thing is just look for the title of that posting in
Search.
the electric part of the forum.
Time and dive timer review.
Just give me a second here. Right in the middle of something else. Multitasking. Let me see.
Well,
See,
stop
the
chewing
problem
gum.
is I can't see it, so if I made it
Oh,
bigger,
okay.
I wouldn't even
Don't
be
worry
able to
about
tell
it.
you. But you guys got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, I'll stop sharing.
Mhm.
All right.
Thank you, Charles.
Oh, you're welcome.
Hey, Philip,
Yes, sir.
you're an East Coast guy, yes?
Oh, yes. North Carolina.
Okay, do you happen to know the name John Tate?
I sure do. He's Virginia.
Yeah, he flies with that, and I've heard him speak about the climate, that timer doing that where it slows down, where it goes downhill and then speeds back up.
I don't know if
he's-
it's this timer that he uses, but he's,
Oh, okay.
yeah, John was the first one that I know of that used an active timer. He was the first one I saw actually use it. And he had a thing he brought to a contest about 2 years ago. Had it on a board, and the motor starts and prop spinning, and he just raised, it's on a stick, and he raised the stick up and the RPM went up. He brought it back down, it dropped back down. Bob Hunt has one that when he goes up into a triangle, you're running along and he points the nose up and it goes up, and he points it back down and it sags to slow it down, and it comes back to neutral and does it again. But I think that's a
Fioretti,
Igor.
probably.
Fioretti.
I think he's using a
Fioretti's.
I think he's using a Fioretti now, but the one I saw it originally, I think he was using an Igor. But I think I've been told that his Fioretti works he likes the Fioretti better now.
Okay. And
'Cause
Jim
that's what he's
Hoffman has to leave us. Hey, Jim, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I gotta
Bye-bye,
get out of here
everyone.
too, guys. I gotta get up early in the morning.
All right, Phil, thank you for coming in. Phil.
Yeah, man, everybody have a great week. Go flying and let us know how it worked next week. We're supposed to have a rain out tomorrow. We're supposed to be rainy and windy. Tommy already
That's all
called me
right.
and said,
Hey, Phil, it's
Yeah?
WrestleMania weekend.
oh, please don't
Yeah.
tell me you believe in all that stuff.
Are you
I tell you,
kidding?
I quit
My
believing
son
that
and I are
stuff.
we've already planned the weekend, got the snack schedule set up and everything else. We are all in.
I
2
saw-
nights, 2 nights, no waiting.
I saw a Johnny Becker and George Weaver.
Now, that's where I draw the
rest-
line. Let's get back to mall airplanes.
Okay, anyway, I can't go for that stuff. Anyway,
Yeah, we
y'all have a
got
great
the
week.
airplane, Phil. So
Yeah, I know
Got
it.
the airplane.
That's kind of like we've been
Model
grounded.
airplanes.
Y'all have a great week. Take
All
care.
right, thank
Phil.
Somebody
Good night.
keep Charles out of trouble. I don't know who, but somebody keep Charles out of trouble. He just looks like mischief tonight.
mm,
All righty. Well, I got a pleasant surprise this week. I had Bob Gore and his wife Janet. They sent me this. It's a let me make myself big. This is so neat. I think it'll speak for itself. Here, make it big. So,
all
that's,
right.
red
That
tails.
is great.
Ah,
Right.
cool.
Isn't that cool? Look how decorated
Yeah.
this hat is.
Wow. That's
I
awesome.
suspect this is gonna be my new contest hat. I mean, I'm so serious about taking care of it. I put it in the bag to keep any dust off of it. I mean, I just absolutely thank you, Janet, and thank you, Bob Gore. I appreciate it.
That's
immensely.
beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
That is great.
That is absolutely. And you know what? They saw some documentary and they thought of me.
Don't let Sparky see that. He'll steal it off you for that brim. That would go real nice with his Continental.
Yeah. I might have to build me a red tail. This is how I look with it. This might be how I'd be looking in the my official flights.
That could be the future of Precious Balsa, huh?
Yes. Well, I mean, I hope to build a red tail one day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so thank you so much, Bob Gore. Now you can see how I look at Bob. So
Charles,
is Janet there behind you, Bob? Maybe Janet might want to see how I look.
Yeah. I need one of those to get the glare off.
If I had one of those hats, I'd CA it to my head. It's so pretty.
It is so pretty. Yes, I normally wear fedoras when I'm not on the show. I wear fedora hats and that kind of stuff. But I might wear this in place of my fedora sometimes. Hey, Janet, thank you so much, Janet. What do you think?
Our pleasure.
Thank you so much. It looks
Good.
and that look good. That is such a, and I have the pendant. I just haven't put it on yet. I don't want to put a hole in it. That's kind of but I might.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
I've only had it for a couple of days, so maybe in a couple of days I'll put the pendant in it.
Beautiful.
Very, very nice. Thank you very much.
Looks good. Looks good.
Thank you. So what do you think, Howard? Am I accumulating points to get on the Jive Combat team?
That's a step in the right direction.
I got to get funkier. See, I'm just trying to raise the. I asked Howard how to become part of the Jive Time Combat team. He said you got to be more funky, Charles.
Well, that's what Philip said.
Well, Howard, doesn't he have to also be 6'7" or something like that?
Well,
are you going to waive the height rule? Or,
well, we might have to,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't grow any more in stature.
Neither.
Can you grow a big beard?
I can grow a beard. Oh, I can. But
That's
my
a
beard
step in
comes
the right direction.
And my beard comes in so white. I mean, it puts like 15 years on me.
Yeah.
And my beard comes in like John's beard.
Mm.
I like my beard.
Yeah, I
So do we.
understand. But I got young teenagers at home still, and when I hate when I meet their friends and their friends say, "Oh, is that your grandfather?"
I love it. Oh, nice one.
Oh man.
I got one for you, Charles.
What's that?
When my mom was alive, she was in the hospital. I went up to see her and I had a full beard. And the nurse came in. He says, "Oh, is this your husband?"
Wow.
I should say, "No, that's my son." She says, when she left, she says, "You shave that off."
Yeah, she doesn't want that.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm going to check out from you today.
All right. Hey, thank you, Gordon. I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
See ya.
Take it easy, Gordon.
Take care.
Take care. I think I'm gonna clear out too. I gotta go.
Where's everybody going?
What's that?
It's Friday night. It's real wild around here. It's time to hit the hay now.
All right, no problem. Hey, thank
That's
you.
it.
Thank you,
Sounds
John.
like they're getting
Appreciate
ready
it.
for WrestleMania too. So
Good night, John. Thank you, and thank you, Gordon, for coming in. Appreciate it.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Yeah. So it's still matter of fact, I have someone do something in chat. What they do? Oh, Jim Hoffman. I got that already. And so we are back. And hey, there's 11 of us still here. We're
Charles, I gotta go too. I gotta work tomorrow morning, 7 a.m.
okay.
better-
Thank you
I
for
better
coming
hit the hay.
in.
make
Thank
that
you very
10 of
much.
us. Yeah.
Bye, guys. Yeah.
See you,
Take
Len.
care,
Thank you.
Lenny.
Take care, man.
Good night, guys. You bet.
Right.
I know.
I think I'm going to clear out too, guys. Good seeing
How's
y'all.
that?
Good seeing you. Thank you, Bob, and thank you, Janet.
You're
See
so
you guys
welcome.
later.
Bye-bye.
See, Bob.
What are we at? Last one out, turn off the lights. I mean,
I know. We're at 10.
Yeah, really.
they're falling like flies, Charles. What's going
Oh,
on?
that's the first time that we've had that many.
Ever
Man,
since I
shit.
mentioned WrestleMania, they're falling like flies. What can I say?
Well, you know, at least this doesn't happen when we talk about electrics, at least. So that's good. I know our audience bails, but at least we don't bail,
Okay.
you know.
Hey, Charles,
Yeah, Carl.
Another good thing that happened today is that this has got nothing to do with flying, but my wife and I celebrated our 39th wedding anniversary
Oh,
today.
wow. Congratulations.
So,
39 years.
yeah.
Wow, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, tell Kathy I said congratulations. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. She deserves all the credit for putting up with me. That's for sure. So,
Yeah, I know. I want to put up with you a couple of days a week or so. So that's pretty cool.
yeah. So,
Yes, and you want to
Oh,
show us that, Barry? Yeah, what do you got in your hand?
Oh, no, I was chatting with Mark about hotels. I was just writing down some options here. That's all.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry.
Very, very cool.
Mark, about judging at the Nats, my point of the note I sent to you was, I hope you recruit judges because you're the champ at doing that. You have to beat your record at recruiting judges. You're the champion judge recruiter.
Well, I'll give you a little background. Howard sent myself and John Paris a request to get as many judges as we can for the Nats, and then led me to a somewhat over my head series of posts on Stunthangar between himself, Brett Buck, who was that, Tim Westcott?
Yeah.
Which is really a very heady, interesting bunch of findings regarding the more judges you have. Apparently, everyone agrees that the chances of having consistent scores is increased. So in 2019, when I was the event director, I was told by some of the guys, make sure you get extra people because not all of them will show. So I contacted 14 people who said they were coming, and they all came. So I asked Mark Overmeyer, I said, how many do you want to use? And he said, let's use them all. So we had 14 judges. The only problem I had, and that was my fault more than anyone else's, was that it was taking us a long time to get the scoring into the program. And we figured it out later on. Howard has a very good program. But Howard, I will absolutely do my best and call in as many favors as I can. I don't think you can go too wrong.
Goody. Thank you.
Very good. That'd be great. Because when I was flying the Nats, I had 5 judges. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a comment from someone in the chat box. This is Banshee 15. I've seen your handle before. He says, I'm 70. Can I still fly control line? And absolutely.
No,
can.
that's too old, I think.
we have quite a few 89-year-old and Denny's friend, your flying buddy is 90. Isn't that right, Denny? Where'd Denny go?
He's gone.
Well, how old is Wesley Dick? Isn't he 90?
91, I think.
91?
I believe.
Yeah. So Banshee 15, are you just starting over as far as you're a beginner and you want to know if you can learn at 70? Is that what your question or what? Go ahead and respond to me. But even if you're going to learn, it's all about motivation. I think if a person's motivated, they'll go through hell and high water to do what they're motivated. It's just if you have the internal motivation. I think
We had a 76-year-old on the U.S. team last year, and he got second at the Nats. So, and he's fat too. So this can be done.
Well, I hear that, Banshee 15 at the World Champs. They had someone that's how old was he? 70 what you said?
76.
76 at the World Champs, Banshee 15. So hopefully you're not in a desert where there's no one else there to help you, because that would really compound the difficulty. He says, no, I'm very experienced. Okay. Well, at 70-year-old, we know you're very experienced.
It's something, yeah.
So, I mean, kidding aside, Banshee 15, I think it's all about your motivation. Physically, it's a little bit difficult at first, the dizziness, but that goes away. You just have to learn to just focus on the airplane and not be looking at all the blades of grass and the branches and the leaves and all that, and then you don't get dizzy any longer. But I don't see why a 770 could not learn to fly, because I don't think there's nothing that a person can't do if that's what they want to do.
Plus your
When you get really old, it seems to be difficult to do overhead aids. Looking up and keeping your balance. People seem to have trouble with that. But if you can, Lanny Shorts will give you a hat if you are
more than 8.
or over 80 years old.
Over 80, yeah.
Can do the whole pattern.
I got my
And there are a
hat.
lot of guys with those hats now.
What, Gordon?
I say I got my 80 hat from VFC this year.
Oh,
Really? Congratulations.
No, that's not a good thing to be congratulated.
But you have to do all the maneuvers, and that's a challenge to remember all the maneuvers.
well,
For
is
a
that
young person, it's not easy to remember all the maneuvers.
You got that right.
And then to be able to keep your balance when you're looking up at the top of the hemisphere, like Howard alluded to, that's the challenge, and not falling.
Yeah, that's the hardest part for me.
And so you just have someone behind you, like Brent Williams or someone behind you when you do that maneuver, just to make sure you don't fall over.
I'm a wing over my overhead, so he puts his hand on my back. And just having his hand against me keeps my balance.
Yes, that's just like a little bit more than standalone assistance.
Yeah. And I just want everybody to know, especially Mark, I'm the newest member of the Pampa.
All right.
All right.
Fantastic.
Well, thank you, Gordon. Now I can buy groceries.
Well, if I'd known that, I'd put more in for you.
Hey, Gordon, I did have an honest question for you. One of my friends asked me. And he asked me if the Pathfinder profile is eligible in N30. Do you remember when that?
I built that in 1992.
So it is.
Yes.
Oh, thank you,
31 years.
Gordon.
Thank you.
And let me welcome Steve Smith. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, that was a question that I had because it came up in a contest that we had. Was the profile Pathfinder N30?
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, Gordon.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
good news.
I actually did the original in 87 or 88, but it had a different wing in it. It has the same fuselage as the Pathfinder does now, but it had a Skylark wing and tail in it.
Huh.
That complicates things.
So, well, that's when I flew early on. So if you build an extended Skylark, you always put a Pathfinder profile on it.
That's one of those things that's difficult for a contest director to educate, I think. And Mark, I did send you an email.
You did.
On further review. I did find that on Stunthangar, Ty Marcucci has kept up with the list in his alphabetic list. So
okay, thank you.
It is up to date.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that is great news. I have some more comments from Banshee 15. He says, just don't know if I can do it. Well, I totally understand that. You just don't know what anyone can do until they do it. And then he goes on to say, no, very experienced. And he says, I'll keep trying. That's right. Keep trying. And he said, balance, I worry about. Yeah, I understand that. Maybe just have someone like Gordon has stand behind him just to on the overhead maneuvers. And then he says, I should probably start slow. And yeah, that's a very good idea. If you can find a plane that's light enough that you can actually have slow lap times, that would be very good. So I don't know if you have anything like that, but that's one thing that would help you fly slow would be if the plane's light.
Charles, he'd be a great candidate for electric powered with a car transmitter.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's very easy to set up.
So Banshee 15, where are you located at? Let me know. And then Tony Dallas, who actually he said something earlier. I'm so sorry, Tony. I didn't sorry to repeat that. I got distracted. He asked us earlier. He says, has anyone used carbon span before? I imagine for the airframe, the wing or fuse. I don't know. Sorry about this.
They found you.
Matter of fact, it's Sparky. Hey, Sparky, you're on speakerphone.
Did you call me again?
No, I didn't call you. No, that wasn't me.
Oh, I hope Sparky can join us.
I'm sorry, Sparky. I called you that one time when we spoke. That was it. I called you and then I text you. I thought, no, I didn't text you. I called you. Then you called me back. But I'm still in the middle of the show, or not in the middle, but I'm still toward the end of the show.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Good night. See ya. Bye bye. I thought Sparky was going to comment on the carbon span, and he says for the wing.
What's that?
Carbon span. That's what he typed in the chat box.
Never heard of it.
Do you think he means the that mat, that carbon mat?
Yeah, probably. I've used that before.
Yeah, but on the wood surfaces.
Yeah, you can only use it on the wooden surfaces, and you can't fill over an open space.
Nope.
Well, I guess that's your answer, according to my illustrious panel.
It adds a lot of strength.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, Sparky actually questions that validity of that.
I question it too.
He's done some tests and he wasn't convinced that it really adds strength. But you know, this hobby we have different pools of convention. You know, some people believe in this, and some people don't believe in the other, and that's just one of many we have in our hobby, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we have some people use solids, you know, with lead outs, and some want to use braided lead outs. Banshee 15 goes on to say, just west of Chicago Circle Cutters.
Oh, yeah.
Mark, do you have a representative west of Chicago?
A lot of guys there. Mike Smith, Jordan Siegel.
I don't know.
He knows him. He's a circle cutter.
Did you get that, Banshee 15? Mark Smith, and who else did you say, Howard?
Jordan Siegel, he knows him.
Jordan Siegel. Okay, those guys should be able to help you out. Yeah, try to get some help. Everybody needs help. Control line. That's why it's such a great hobby, because we actually need each other. In some cases, to launch our planes, and it just creates camaraderie and fellowship. That's one of the tenets of control line, is that we need each other. So I
Got
mean,
me
you
running our
can
business
not need
forever.
someone, but seems like our hobby is built on that camaraderie. Thank you, Howard. And it's 10 minutes to the hour. We're going to be ending this live stream in 10 minutes. If you're anybody in the chat has any questions, in addition to what Banshee 15 has, go ahead and fire away. We're in our closing minutes here. So Banshee 15 says, yeah, I need to get out there. Yes. Get out there with the circle cutters and have them check out your plane, have them fly your plane, and make sure that it's that there's no issues with the plane, because that's something that's kind of hard to overcome when a plane is difficult to fly. And starting out or flying, it takes experience to detect that. So have someone with more experience fly your plane and make sure it's okay. Then it'll make it easier.
I have a question for Mark. How are the preparations for the Pampa banquet coming along? I signed up early on, but haven't seen or heard any acknowledgement beyond that.
Steve, are you a Pampa member?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Well, there are two things. One is we got AMA, it's probably only about 10 days ago, to put on their website where you register for the Nats is a little box right there where you can pay for the banquet.
Well, I registered for the banquet on the Pampa website.
Okay. Okay. Right now, you're not going to get anything. We have the record. We know the names.
Okay.
Okay. So all we're going to have is going to have an entry list. You know, we thought about giving tickets and it becomes problematic.
Yeah.
But it's all set, the time, the date, the location, the menu, who the guests are going to be, the awards.
Well,
It's gonna be
one question is they said there was a choice of entree,
yes, there is.
but I haven't gotten an ask for that.
No, it won't happen for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. You know, our motto in Pampa is get the money first, then figure out the rest.
Yeah. Okay.
You'll be covered. Hey, while you're on there, are you going to be able to judge this year?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, buddy.
I want to fly in intermediate,
Okay.
but I can judge everything else.
That's awesome. Thank you, Steve.
I love it.
You're a good man and a good
Have it.
judge.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Hey, Howard and Gordon, I think this question, you guys probably be most helpful. Tony San Benedetto, he says, how much throw should a voodoo have in degrees?
About
Oh,
50.
man.
15? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I said 15.
Yeah, 15. I think that's what Riley said.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Hey, Denny, are you still on?
He's here, but he's turned off his camera.
Because I wanted to let him know I'm coming to his contest in May.
Oh, wow. Cool. Very, very cool.
Back, so for some reason I have a fishing pole equipped, but okay.
So I have a response from Tony San Benedetto. He says, I'm flying one tomorrow. That's the voodoo. And have it set on the easiest setting. Just wanted to know what is safe. And so thanks, guys. So I didn't even know what he was asking, Gordon and Howard. What did he mean by throw? What did we
Well,
talk about?
stabulator deflection,
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
I presume.
Okay. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you very much. I wasn't sure what he meant.
That's if he's got his CG in the right place too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where should that CG be at on a Voodoo?
Oh boy, it's been a while.
On the main spar, you think?
No. Well, it's because it's got a spar like a ringmaster. It's about 70% cord. So no, you don't want to put it there.
What do you think? About an inch and a half, Howard?
I don't know.
Mass rate, and it wasn't too important. But I saw there was the beams targeting people. Can I choose
15-20% cord?
Yeah. My Challenger bounces on the spar, which is 3 inches behind the leading edge.
What's the cord?
8.
Oh wow, that's way back.
Oh, that's also in the same spot on my big one, the 500 incher. It's what is it? It's 5/8 behind the spar on my big one. You know.
So I have a response. Well, is not a new guy, but someone who came in for first time tonight. Litz RC says, "Hey guys," and he's giving us an applause. So applause. You guys are receiving a digital applause.
Digital applause.
And then Tony San Benedetto says 1.5 inches. So I imagine his balance is 1.5 inches behind the leading edge.
Good guess.
No. What's the wing cord? It's about 9.5 inches, isn't it?
Yeah. 9.5, 9.25, right in there.
All righty.
So-
Well,
Wake up, Mark.
Me?
Yeah, that sounds good.
I was looking at that website for the climb and dive.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are they available? Does he have any available for sale?
Well, you go to another website. If you click on, if you open up the circuit flyer, it's a really good website. Then there's a green bar that says click here, and it'll take you to Tyndall, TINDIE, and you can order it from there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So Tony San Benedetto says the cord is 9.25 inches.
Yeah. That sounds like a good place for it. 1.5 inches back.
All right, cool. It sounds like you're in a safe place, Tony.
standing by egg?
And it's just about straight up 9 o'clock out here in the West Coast. And I'm going to end the live stream. We can continue on into the after party, which is not streamed, and let loose. And
Okay, is Tony still there?
I believe so. You have another question?
Okay,
for
yeah. Before, if we are
Sure. Go ahead.
about to lose him, I wanted to say that on the plans, the lead outs were probably intended for 15 thousandths lines. So lead outs, 15 thousandths lines. The lead out position was intended for 15 thousandths lines. So move it back 1/2 inch, and the lead out position back 1/2 inch, and you'll be in good shape.
Okay. Hopefully his are adjustable. Hopefully.
Or he hasn't built it yet. I guess he's built it, hasn't he? So
he's
never
flying it
mind,
tomorrow.
really. Okay, fly it on 15,000 slides. Nobody cares.
Yeah, well, he could be working on it tonight. I remember, when I was younger, building planes and flying it Saturday morning. I remember doing that, but I wouldn't be watching the show if I wanted to get the plane done. Banshee 15 says, I've got a Brodak Buster I'm trying to finish. Do you think monocoque hinges are okay?
You guys are on there. Like that. I can hear them.
John Miller's used them before. I've always been a little game shy.
And someone else has used them too. I'm trying to remember. Someone else has used them successfully as well.
Is John Miller still on here?
No, he left.
Oh,
You know, John Miller's a rock star. You know, he's playing in that band. I don't think John Miller's gonna be as reliable as he has been for all these years. I think now that he's now that he's playing gigs, I think Monday nights he's not gonna make hardly any Monday nights because he has a gig on Monday nights.
Yeah.
the one who can play is Brent Williams,
Okay, yes, I understand he's a musician.
guitar player.
Oh,
Yeah, it's amazing how many good flyers are also musicians. There's a lot of good flyers that are musicians as well.
Yep, that's very true.
Tony Benedetto says, he's laughing out loud, and he says, thanks. And then John Skukalek, he says, monocode hinges work very well. Thank you, John. I'm saying your name correctly now, right? Skukalek? I think you schooled me when you came inside here, and I think I got it right.
I was having a discussion today, in fact, with a couple of musician modelers about chords, not wing chords, but the Tristan chord. Have you heard of the Tristan chord? It's a famous chord. I don't know if that's the one that that pleased the Lord, but you'd have to ask David about that.
Okay. And John Skukalek says, right on. Well, I'm so glad I'm making amends for butchering your name for so long. So that's great. Thank you very much. Hey, it's straight up, actually it's 2 minutes after the hour. So I'm gonna end the live stream. I want to thank everybody for coming in. And I know I say it all the time, but I really do mean it. There wouldn't be no show without you guys coming in. So I really appreciate you guys coming in. I also appreciate the people in the chat box and then our listeners. We had like at the height of our show, and this is just during the live stream, it continues to get replays. And we had like 32 in our audience. So thank you very much for tuning in and watching us. Hopefully you have a chance to work in your shop this weekend or go flying and come back and tell us all about it Monday. I'll be looking forward to that. So until then, fair winds